Since everything starts with self, let me hold this mirror up and take a look at myself. Before I judge you, I gotta check myself. And I come to find out that that's good for my health, right? Change your mind and watch the whole body follow. So you won't hear me talking about I'm hitting you with hollows. I can't do it, got plans for tomorrow. And I ain't trying to bring my seeds no type of sorrow. Wait, cause fake rappers do fake-ish. I mean, most of basic get replaced quick. I'll never sacrifice my soul. Truth is, so I might never get 1 million records sold. But that's cool, cause I'm good with the creator. He nurtured my thoughts, so I present you with verbal flavor. You never listen to what no haters say. We pray for them, but we gon' move it this way. We moving forward, y'all.
We can do anything. We can't be worried about what they say. My brother, my sister, just believe in yourself. Believe in your skin. Believe in your health. Believe in yourself. Believe in your talk. Believe in your walk. Believe in yourself. Believe in your skin. Believe in your health. Believe in yourself. Believe in your talk. Believe in your walk. Believe in yourself.
I feel like George Floyd, yo, I can't breathe. It's hard to conceive on why they wanna kill we. I think they wanna break our spirit. The youth won't hear it. We die over loose. These cops scared to quit it. I send my love to Eric Gardner's family, cause them pigs went and took away somebody's daddy. Sandra Bland, Trayvon Martin, Ahmaud Arbery. The world sees what's happening. Yeah, so in the midst of our hardest pain, we believe in ourselves and face our darkest days. You know, they be mad when we come together. So after the protest, stick together. Take the pledge, I will fight but won't kill a brother. Cause I can't take your life if you are my brother. So I'ma send you love, not one shell casing. Believe in yourself and change our situation. Yeah.
Believe in your skin. Believe in your health. Believe in yourself. Believe in your talk. Believe in your walk. Believe in yourself. Believe in your skin. Believe in your health. Believe in yourself. Believe in your talk. Believe in your walk. Believe in yourself.
Yeah. All right, y'all know what to do. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can see me. We are back in the building. Back for another live stream. You know what time it is. And we in the afternoon too. We doing it all day. Yes, sir. Shout out to everybody who's in the building. We should be good to go. I see the ones in the chat. Let's get into it. Oh, we looking all crispy and clean on the screen. Welcome, y'all. Welcome back to another YouTube live stream and another episode of the Music Morning Show in the afternoon. I'm your host, Classy Beats at classybeats.com. And as you know, we are officially covering this young Dolph trial. You guys enjoyed the show that we did yesterday covering day 1. We're going to do a little bit of a rewind and cover day 2 today. A lot to get into. A lot's been going on in this trial and it's moving very, very quickly. So I want to go ahead and get right into it. That way we can get a breakdown of some of the things that finished up on day 1, which was Monday. And then we'll get straight into day 2, which was yesterday. And then day 3 is going on right now. We'll do a breakdown of that tomorrow. So make sure y'all stay tuned in for that. But before we get into it, let me say what's up to the people in the building. Shout out to everybody who's in here. You know, Amy's in the building ready to go. We've got Anthony Thomas is in here, says holding my breath. We've got Sharice is in the building as well. Valencia, Jay is up in here. The honorable attorney Kel Bell is in the building. Johnny is back in the building. Yeah, it's going to be super quick. They're not playing around in Memphis. Angela's in here. We got Roxanne Witten, and I know we'll have a few of y'all join in a little bit later. If you could do me one favor before we get started, if you could, please make sure you like the video on your way in. Not only is it free, not only does it help the channel to grow, but it lets the YouTube algorithm that you guys know that you guys are enjoying the show, and it shares it with more people, which is a huge help to the channel. Y'all know we just hit 60K this week. Going crazy. Numbers aren't everything, but it is a cool milestone to pass, especially considered my goal this year was to hit 20K, and we did that in like 3 months. So thank you all for the continued love and support. Speaking of support, if you want to send a Cash App, I will be reading Cash App and Super Chats throughout the show. It's not required, but I do appreciate everybody who takes the time to do that. So let's go ahead and get into the coverage here. Now, we watched most of day one yesterday, but today we're actually going to look at and get into what happened at the end of day one, because there's some important testimony here from the medical examiner that I think you guys are going to find interesting. Shouldn't take too much time, and then we'll go ahead and jump right into what happened starting off on day two. Make sure y'all like the video if you haven't yet. Let's go ahead and get into it. And let me know if the sound is good too.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we get started, the next witness will be the medical examiner, and I'm going to admonish you now. If you don't think you're going to be able to remain unemotional, if you don't think you're going to be able to sit through watching or looking at photos of the autopsy, please excuse yourself now, because there won't be any outburst tolerated. Thank you.
So remove yourself or you will be removed. Shout out to everybody who's in here. And this man right here, that is Justin Johnson, his attorney. Y'all see. We'll skip ahead a little bit. There we go.
You swear or affirm to tell the truth? I do. Have a seat, watch your step, please.
And there's the medical examiner right there.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Could you spell your name for the record, please?
My name is Dr. Juliet Canterbury, JulietScanterbury.
I'm sorry. Can you say that slower?
Okay, Juliet, Juliette, Scantlebury, Scantlebury.
Thank you.
Dr. Scantlebury, where are you currently employed?
At West Tennessee Regional Forensic Center.
Okay, and what's your position?
I'm an assistant medical examiner.
And how long have you been in that position?
5 years.
Okay. And what does your job consist of?
Performing autopsies.
Okay. So could you tell the jury
Not
a
the
little bit
funnest
about
job
your
in the world.
educational background?
So I attained my Bachelor of Science in Biology at Howard University. After that, I completed my medical training at Howard University College of Medicine. I did an anatomic and clinical pathology residency at Washington University in St. Louis. And then I did some forensic pathology fellowships at St. Louis University.
Okay. And are you board certified?
I am.
And are you a licensed physician in Tennessee?
I am.
Okay. So my next question is, what exactly is forensic pathology?
It is a specialized branch of medicine that uses medical legal approach to death and disease.
Okay. And what does a forensic pathologist do?
So they perform autopsies to determine cause and manner of death in certain cases based on the jurisdiction.
Okay. Can you tell us what is an autopsy?
An autopsy is basically an external and internal examination of a deceased person, and you do a basic overview of the external, noting any trauma, medical disease, or any findings like tattoos or scars, and then internal examination to note if there's any injury or medical disease, and with all of that, determine what caused the death of a person.
Okay. So what are the different stages of an autopsy?
So it kind of starts with the investigation, and with the investigation determine what level of autopsy needs to be performed. And first stage would be reviewing materials. The other stage would be, the next stage is determining if x-rays or anything needs to be done. And then external examination, once the body is undressed and photographed, the doctor will take external view of the body, noting any demographic information like hair color, eye color, if there are teeth, there are tattoo scars, then note any medical intervention, if they were having IVs, and also any medical disease, if they had any changes on their bodies, and then trauma is assessed externally.
Okay. Have you ever performed an autopsy?
I have.
About how many would you say?
Over 2,000.
Okay. So, could you explain to the jury exactly what does cause of death mean?
So cause of death is the immediate reason that led to a person no longer living. So it's more what occurred in the body that led to death. So if you were shot, it might lead to exsanguination, you losing blood, and that would lead to your death. So it's basically what started the chain of events that led to somebody dying.
Is that different from manner of death?
Yes.
How is it different?
So the manner of death informs what happens to the cause of death. So manner of death is circumstances around those causes. So if it's something that happened naturally, that your body did all of it, that's natural. If it's something at the hands of another, it might be considered a homicide. If it's something that is happened in the course of doing something else, but it wasn't intentional to cause a death, it might be accident.
And have you ever testified about your findings in court before about an autopsy?
I have.
Okay. Have you ever been qualified as an expert witness in the courts of this county or any other county?
I have.
Okay. And how many times about that?
I think 4 times in Shelby County and a little bit more than that in outside counties in Tennessee.
So she's experienced.
And St. Louis counties.
Okay.
Or Missouri counties, I should say.
Your Honor, I now tender Dr. Scantleberry as an expert in forensic pathology and ask that she be allowed to state her opinions as to a reasonable degree of certainty, medical certainty.
We would stipulate as their expertise and have no objection.
Thank you. I qualify Dr. Scantleberry as an expert in the area of forensic pathology.
Thank you, Your Honor. So, Dr. Scantleberry, I now want to ask you about a specific autopsy. Autopsy number 2021-2619 for Adolph Thornton Jr. Did you perform this autopsy?
I did.
Do you recall when the autopsy was performed?
On November 18th, 2021.
And did you make a report as to your findings and conclusions as a result of the autopsy of Mr. Thornton?
I did.
Okay. I want to pass you a document.
And again, as the judge said, they're going to show some pictures here. They're not going to show all the gruesome pictures from the autopsy, but there's going to be some stuff that's kind of hard to see.
So do you recognize that document I just handed to you?
I do.
And what is it?
It is my autopsy report and some supporting documents.
Is that your signature down at the bottom?
It is.
Okay. Your Honor, I would like to have the autopsy report entered into evidence and marked as the next number exhibit.
No objection.
This is a multi-page document entitled Office of the Medical Examiner, West Tennessee Regional Forensic Center. Name of decedent Adolph Robert Thornton Jr. With the state number 21-79-4134. We'll mark this as exhibit 27.
So now I just want to go over the autopsy report a little bit. First, I want to ask you, how did your autopsy proceed? Where did you start?
So I started with being notified of the death, and then I reviewed the investigative material that the medical legal death investigator performed or produced, and then I had requested what I needed done for the case. So it will start with me getting x-rays, and then the autopsy technician would be weighing the decedent. They would be taking measurements, and then they would undress them after taking pictures and documenting what they found on the body. And then after pictures were taken of the overall body and certain findings of the body, then more specific photos are taken of the injuries that were found on the body. And then I would start my external examination with everything, all the findings, and then measurements of all the injuries that were on the body. And after that, I performed the autopsy with the assistance of the autopsy technician with their eviscerated body, and I would note what was injured and what was found in each body cavity, and also went to the head.
So during the course of the autopsy, you said pictures were taken?
Yes.
Did you take pictures?
Yes.
Okay. I'm actually going to hand these to you one by one.
And don't worry, y'all. They're not going to show specific pictures of the body on YouTube. That would be crazy. So you're good.
Can you tell me what you see in that picture?
So this is the right side of the head and neck, showing a large wound on the right jaw.
You can place that one down.
Dang.
So because these have been previously marked, I need to know which one you're sending.
Your Honor, this is actually going to be exhibit number 16 that was previously marked. And now as to the exhibit number 17 that was previously marked. Dr. Scantleberry, can you tell us what you see in that picture?
Yes. This is the back side of the body, mostly highlighting the right back with several wounds, and some wounds are noted on the left side of the back as well. And you can see the wound on the right jaw.
You can place that one down as well. As to exhibit number 18, could you tell me what you see in that picture?
So this is the front side of the body, highlighting the left side, and it shows some gunshot wounds here.
Okay. You can place that one down. And as to exhibit number 19, what do you see in that picture?
It's bad.
So this shows the right wrist and hand and a little bit of the forearm, and it shows some gunshot wounds. This one mostly highlights a wound at the right wrist.
Okay. And this is exhibit number 20. Could you tell us what you see in that picture?
So this is a wound of the left forearm right here, and it shows a gunshot wound of the left forearm.
Dang.
And exhibit number 21. What is shown in that picture?
This is an overall picture of some of the clothing that was removed from Mr. Thornton.
Okay, you can place that one down. And exhibit number 22, is this also some of the clothing?
Yes. This is a shirt. It has some markers that indicate where some defects in the clothing were found.
Is that the front or the back of the shirt?
I'm not certain if it looks like the back.
Okay. And you can place that one down as well. And exhibit number 23, what do you see in that picture?
So this is the front of a shirt, and it also has some markers indicating where some hole defects were found.
Okay, you can place that one down. And exhibit 24.
This is an undershirt with markers
defects
showing
being
where
shot.
defects were found.
Okay, you can place that down. And exhibit 25.
This is overall of some property that was found on Mr. Thornton. It has money, some jewelry, some cards, and a condom.
Okay, place that one down. And exhibit 26. What is shown in that one?
This is an overall view of bullet fragments from the right jaw that were recovered.
Okay, you can place that one down. Your Honor, we are asking that those photos that have been previously marked be entered into evidence.
We'll mark exhibits, we'll enter into evidence exhibits 16 through 26 that have been previously marked and identified by this witness into evidence. Have you not done it already?
And if I could have those pictures back. Your Honor, may I have permission to publish to the jury?
Judge, may we be briefly approached?
Yeah, brother probably doesn't want to stress out the jury. But they're going to have to see it. Part of the job.
Dr. Scantleberry, can you hear me again?
I can.
Okay. If you could just project your voice loud, and if you can't hear me, let me know.
Ms. Williams, I'm going to ask you to do the same, please.
Absolutely, Judge.
Okay.
Dr. Scantleberry, I believe this photo might be a little bit blurry, but could you tell the jury what is actually shown in this photo?
Okay, so this is showing his. Do you have a pointer by any chance?
Yes.
Yeah, young Dolph was a rapper. Yes.
Just press and hold that first button at the top.
Thank you. All right, so to orient everyone, okay, so this is the top of his head. This will be his torso here. This is the right side of the body, his ear, and this large defect here is a gunshot wound on the right jaw. And this is, well, I can't really see it that well, but this is the placard with the scale and case number indicating which case it belongs to.
So for this wound, did the bullet or bullets hit anything as it passed through the body?
It did.
Okay, what exactly did it hit?
It struck the skeletal muscle and caused a lot of fractures to the mandible, the lower jaw, and it caused fracturing around the gums where the teeth are located in the lower jaw.
In your medical opinion, would this wound be catastrophic or fatal?
Potential.
Okay, move on to the next one. And just for the record, Your Honor, I am going to order of the exhibits.
Thank you.
This is exhibit number 17.
You got shot in the jaw first. Man.
Dr. Stamberry, can you tell us what we're looking at right here?
We're looking at the back of the body. The head is here. The head is here, and his feet would be down here. This is his right arm. This is his left arm. And you can see this area here, there, and you're not so great. Some over here and another there. Those are gunshot entrance wounds.
Entrance wounds.
Yes.
So for the torso in this area, how many entrance wounds did you calculate?
For the torso, 8.
Okay. Were there any exit wounds?
Yes.
Okay. How many exit wounds were there?
4.
Was that near the back of the torso or the front of the torso?
Front of the torso.
Okay. And did any of these bullets hit any vital organs as they passed through the body?
They did.
And what did it hit?
It hit the right lung, liver, the thoracic aorta, which is a major blood vessel that supplies blood to the whole body, small intestine, several ribs, and some vertebrae.
God
Could
dang.
those wounds be potentially fatal in this instance?
Yes.
And if I could ask about the trajectory of the bullets as it passed through the torso, what directions were they coming from?
So for these wounds of the torso, they had a very mixed pattern, but most of them, the general track is forward.
Okay. So it came through
The back to the front. Yes.
Okay. Alright, moving on to the next one. This is exhibit 18. Could you tell us what we're looking at?
This is the front of the body, mostly the left. This is his left arm here, his head is here, and his lower body would be here. And it can show a gunshot wound here and here.
And are those exit wounds or entry wounds?
Exit wounds.
Okay. And how many did you say
Sad.
that you calculated?
4.
Okay. Alright. Moving on to the next one. This is exhibit 19. Dr. Stamberry, can you tell us what we are looking at right here?
This is the right side of the body, mostly highlighting the right upper extremity. This is the forearm here, the wrist, and the hand. And it highlights a large wound, gunshot wound of the right wrist.
It's 8 shots to the torso and the face.
This is exhibit number 20. Does this also show upper extremities?
Yes.
Okay. So how many wounds are in this exact picture?
1.
Okay. All right, moving on to the next exhibit, which is exhibit 21. Now, are these the victim's clothing?
They are.
Okay. So exactly what did he come to, what was he wearing when he came to you?
These clothes.
Okay. So we have 2 shirts, a pair of jeans, boxers, shoes, and socks.
Correct.
Okay. Was there any property found within his clothing?
They were.
Okay.
And y'all see that shirt? That shirt, if you remember from the video we watched yesterday, that shirt was yellow, but you see it's turning orange up here. I mean, this is the shot. He took 8 shots to the torso, or I'm sorry, 7 shots to the torso, several vital organs, wife beater underneath, boxers. Sheesh.
Was there any property found within his clothing?
They were.
Okay. And this is exhibit number 22. And Dr. Stamberry, if you could just give me some clarification here. Are these white squares showing where there are holes in the clothing?
Oh.
Correct.
Okay. Are there arrows on those white squares?
They are.
Okay. All right. And about how many holes in the clothing did you calculate?
I did not cut those.
Okay. Thank you. And the next picture is exhibit number 23. Now, it looks like the same photo, but is this the front or the back of the shirt?
This is the front of the shirt.
Okay. And do those white squares also indicate holes in the clothing?
Correct.
And exhibit 20.
Which means all these shots to the back, they were just sitting there.
Number
So this is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the 8. And she said there were exit wounds for some. So it looks like maybe these 4 right here might be exit wounds. The rest of these shots that he took in the back, they were just there. No exit wounds. God.
And the next picture is exhibit number 23. Now it looks like the same photo, but is this the front or the back of the shirt?
This is the front of the shirt.
Okay, and do those white squares also indicate holes in the clothing?
Correct.
In exhibit 24, looks like this is an undershirt. And the same thing as the last shirt. Do those white squares
Those are all
indicate holes
shots in the
within that
back.
garment?
Correct.
Okay. And the next exhibit, number 25. Could you tell us what we're looking at right here?
So we're looking at the overall view of property that was found on or in pockets of the clothing for Mr. Thornton.
Okay. Were there any weapons found within his clothing?
I don't recall.
Okay.
What was that response? I don't recall.
Wow.
And on to the final exhibit, number 26. What are we looking at, Dr. Scandalberry?
This is the brown areas of envelope that we use to package any ballistics that we recover from the body. And these are multiple bullet fragments that were recovered from the right jaw.
Okay. Regarding the bullet fragments that were recovered from the right jaw, would it be within your job duties to conduct tests on those fragments?
No, I would not.
Okay. And do you happen to know whether or not the murder weapons were recovered in this case at all?
Not at the time I did the case, no.
Okay. So if the murder weapons were recovered, would it be within your job duties to conduct tests on them?
It would not be.
Okay. Just a couple more questions. So, Dr. Scandalberry, what is a toxicology test?
At the time of autopsy, we take certain fluids, usually blood, sometimes liver, and certain fluids also from the eye, and we submit it to a toxicology lab, and they run a particular test that I order, and based on the drugs that they look for in that particular test, it would test against the blood, and whatever detected would be read as a positive finding.
Okay. And is a toxicology test a standard part of an autopsy?
Most cases, yes.
Okay. And did you conduct a toxicology test for this victim?
I did.
And what were the results of that test?
It was the active ingredient of marijuana was detected.
Okay. So, as to the total entry
So he
wounds
was
to
high.
this victim, how many were there?
20.
20. Okay. How about the exit wounds?
4.
Okay. And
Only 4 exit
in your
wounds.
medical opinion, were these gunshot wounds enough to cause death?
They were.
Okay. And within a reasonable degree of medical certainty, did you render an opinion as to the cause of this victim's death?
I did.
But what was the cause of that?
Gunshot wounds of the head, torso, and neck.
Okay. And did you render an opinion as to the manner of death?
I did.
And what was your opinion?
Homicide.
Your Honor, I will pass the witness.
All right. Time for the defense.
Just questions. You were asked about entry wounds and versus exit wounds, and I think you said there's 20 entry wounds and 4 exit wounds.
Right.
You were also asked some questions about ballistics, or used the term ballistics. As far as ballistics go, within your job and your responsibilities, do you recover bullets from the body that are still in the body at the time of the autopsy?
Yes.
How many of those did you recover?
So I recovered 4 bullets that were related to this shooting, and then there were 3 others that occurred, like he had in his body from before. So remote bullets I found. 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 from him being shot some other occasion.
Yes.
So he got shot 3 times before. Did y'all know this? I did not know this. So he had 3 bullets floating around in his body already, and then they gave him 4 more.
Okay. So 4 related to this shooting.
Yes.
Wow.
And then, does that include fragments, or is that a different category?
So in this case specifically, he had several fragments, and some, due to evidentiary value, they're very small. I didn't recover all of them, but I recovered the larger ones. Yes.
Okay. And is that inclusive in the number that you just gave me of the bullets recovered?
Yes.
Okay. Were some of those intact?
Most weren't.
Most weren't.
Yeah.
But to your recollection, were any intact? 1 was intact. And it would be your procedure and policy as the medical examiner to package any of those bullets and bullet fragments in the brown envelope, right, and send those back to law enforcement to let them do any potential ballistic firearms testing on them, correct?
Correct.
And did you do that in this case?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Can you read the right?
No redirect, Your Honor.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have heard something. You have heard everything you're going to hear.
Okay, so that's it. That is the final part that we heard from day one. Now we'll go ahead and get into day two. A lot more information here, a lot more testimony. It's getting crazy, y'all. And if y'all could do me a favor, please make sure you like the video. Likes are free. We got over 1,200 of you in here. Can we get 500 likes and then I'll leave y'all alone. Until then, I'm gonna keep begging, all right? Y'all like the video. Skip ahead a little bit.
Make sure your phone turn off with that at all times.
There's a warning right here. This is your off.
Here you go. We got our first witness. Yeah, Marcus got shot, I believe. All right, get it together, Court. Here we go.
Good morning. Good morning. I hope everybody had a good night.
Yes, ma'am.
Say, call your next witness.
Terrence Dabney.
So he said Terrence Daphne, I believe. I don't know who that is.
Face your honor, raise your right hand.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
I do.
Come see, sir. Watch it.
All right, tell us your name first.
Terrence Dabney.
And spell your first and last name for the benefit of the court reporter.
First name Terrence, T-E-R-E-N-C-E. Last name Dabney, D-A-B-N-E-Y.
Looks like, or I know that you're doing good and bad at the same time. First, the bad. What happened with your arm?
Rotated cuff surgery.
Okay. So you probably are going to be up there for a little while. All right. Going to run through some of the various crime scenes with you, some of the various aspects of the investigation. So
Shout out to
try to
Freezy.
get as comfortable as you can, even with your arm. But I know you're doing good now too, because you're retired. Is that right?
That is correct.
Retired from MPD.
That is correct.
How long were you with MPD?
26 years.
Woo, 26
So
years.
you earned it. In 2021, where were you assigned in MPD?
I was assigned to the homicide.
All right, and what did you do in homicide back in 2021?
I was an investigator in the homicide.
In homicide here in Memphis, do you get a case and you're the only person that works on the case?
No.
Do y'all work in teams?
We work in teams.
And were you one of the case officers on this case?
I was.
Would you assign and delegate people to do various things in the investigation?
I do. Delegate people.
You're actually from Memphis, aren't you?
I am.
What neighborhoods did you grow up in?
I grew up in Claiborne Homes, Cascade.
And Claiborne Homes is downtown Memphis?
Correct.
And in the Castelia neighborhood? And we've heard some testimony about the Castelia neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know Dolph at all?
No.
Older, is that right?
Older, much older.
All right. November the 17th of 2021, Did you have occasion to be brought in with regard to a homicide call?
I was.
Specifically to an address on Airways, Makita's Cookies.
Great.
Did you know where that was?
Yes.
What area of town is that?
It's in the southeast part of town, Airways and Ketchum area.
It's a small town too.
If I tell you that the call went out at 12:24 p.m. in the afternoon, about what time would you arrive at the scene?
Possibly around 1 by the time you get the call and travel to the scene.
By the time you get to the scene, are there uniform patrol that's already there?
It is.
Are there medical personnel and things like that
Yes.
already there?
Yes.
When you get there, what are your duties?
My duty is to gather fact information from the reporting officers, delegate other investigators to do, canvass the area for video, and just handle process the scene.
When you arrived on the scene, were there people around in the street and everything?
Yes, there were people
Everywhere?
around.
Were there officers attempting to control the crowd and keep people off the actual parking lot of Makita's?
Yes, it was.
And was that being done?
Yes, it was.
Were there a lot of bystanders and everything looking on and everything else?
It was.
Does it seem almost like any other that you had been to in your 26 years?
That scene was. There's a lot of people out there.
You get there.
Because they knew who it was.
And you say your job is to try to figure out what evidence exists and delegate.
Yes.
Is that right? You mentioned one thing, video. Is that right?
Video.
Are y'all interested in collecting any video that may be around there?
Any video that would help in the investigation.
And in fact, did y'all collect video from the cookie store itself?
We did.
And did it show the outside of the business?
It did.
And did it show the inside of the business?
As well as the inside.
Were y'all also interested in sort of crime scene stuff?
Yes.
Did you delegate a crime scene detective to collect physical evidence and document physical evidence?
We did. At collecting and processing it.
And did they also take pictures of the scene there?
They did.
Would you have delegated or interacted with any of the witnesses who were on the scene?
Yes. Witness victims. We have investigators to take them down to headquarters and take statements.
Okay. And without getting into what these people, said, did y'all talk to Marcus Thornton, Dolph's brother?
We did.
Did y'all talk to the cashiers there at Makita's?
We did.
Did y'all locate any other witnesses right there in the surrounding scene that had information?
No.
Video, crime scene, locate whatever witnesses we have. That address on Airways is Makita.
They will, Freezy.
You described the area of Memphis.
They will.
And that's in Memphis, correct? And is that also Shelby County?
It is.
I'm going to start with the crime scene there. I'm going to pass you a series of photographs. You just look at them, tell me what's pictured in each one, place it face down on that table next to you.
This photo is a front picture of Makita's cookie shop. Officers there processing the scene, broken glass. They have victims.
Can we see it?
Very good. Place
Corvette camouflage color.
Okay, you can place that face down. We're going to review these with the jury afterwards, so I'll ask you questions about them afterwards.
Okay, we'll get to see them then.
This one is the photo of the address, 2370 of Makita's cookie shop with defects to the glass, bullet holes.
Okay.
This one is the inside front counter area of Makita's cookie shop.
Okay.
This one is another front view of the cookie shop, Makita's cookie shop. We have evidence markers on the ground where we have shell casings, along with the victim's Corvette camouflage.
Look at the officer behind him.
Another closer picture of the
It's hanging out.
front of the cookie shop. Evidence markers, broken glass, casings.
At this time, you can just place it, so that's fine. With the next couple pictures, you can just place it where you see it, and we'll show it to the jury later.
Okay. This is a picture farther back from McKee's Cookie Shop toward the street airways with evidence markers with casings on it. This photo is inside the business of McKee's with bullet holes going through the walls and doors.
Dang.
This one is a victim flying on the ground.
And when you arrived on the scene, was the victim still there?
Yes, he was.
Did you observe him in a position like that?
Yes, sir.
Do you see evidence of medical intervention on him there?
Yes, he has the bleeds on his body.
When you arrived, were they still trying to resuscitate him or did anything, or was that process over?
The process was already. This photo is a photo inside the cookie shop. We have evidence markers. We have victim's chain that he was wearing inside a flower pot. It has PRE on it. This is a close-up photo of PRE charm that he had on his neck that's inside the flower pot.
All right. My approach.
Yeah, it is. Even though it's being recorded in a wind tunnel.
The last picture he looked at has already been marked as exhibit number 3.
First photo is, has been described as the front of the McKee's Cookies with the victim's car, a couple of officers in the scene. We'll mark this as exhibit number 28.
Yeah, it's true.
Next photo is a close-up of the address of McKee's Cookies 2370. We'll mark this as exhibit 29. The next photo is what's been described as the inside front area of McKee's Cookies, exhibit number 30. Mr. Evans, it's never too late to objection to these photos.
Yes, Your Honor, no objection.
That's true.
The next photo is the front view again of the parking lot in the front of McKee's Cookies with the evidence markers in the victim's car. The markers exhibit number 31.
Judge, and you haven't gotten to the photograph yet, but the one we referenced earlier is in that stack. I would renew my objection.
Yes, sir. When I get to it, I'll make note of that. The next photo has been described as a closer picture of the front of McKee's Cookies with several evidence markers and glass and defects to the window. We'll mark this as exhibit number 32. The next picture is the front of the shop with the victim's car and evidence markers. It's a further view. It's a picture that's taken a little further out. We'll mark this as exhibit number 33. The next picture is the inside of the building with the picture of the restroom door with the bullet holes in the door. We'll mark this as exhibit number 34. The next picture is a picture of the victim, Adolph Thornton, lying on the ground with markers of evidence of life-saving measures in front of the window. We'll mark this as exhibit number 35, and note for the record, there's been a previous motion for the court to exclude that picture under Rule 403, and the defendant still objects to that photograph. Mark that as exhibit number 35.
Skip through some of this. She's just entering these into evidence, nothing crazy. Here we go, back to the questioning.
You need a pointer?
Supposedly this one right here was. We'll see.
Yes, sir.
Dang. Hey, is he still laying there? Jeez.
This picture's so blurry on the overhead. Maybe we resume the lights. We're gonna have to go sort of old school.
All right.
On this one, could I have the with the step down, Your Honor? this here. We'll start standing here, and I'm going to ask you some questions about it, and then you can walk down and display it to everybody.
Yeah, y'all please like the
After you
video.
testify, then maybe we'll pass them as a set or to the jury, okay? Oh, it's hard for you to hold them up, isn't it? But what am I going to do? I'll swear, okay? Tell me what we're looking at in this photograph here.
This is the front of Makita's cookie shop here. See the name there. You see officers in now processing the scene. And that's Adolph Thornton's Corvette, camouflage color.
Okay. And I'm interested in this area here in front of the store, in front of this glass window.
Those were bullet casings in glass, broken glass on the ground.
Okay. And in particular, what kind of shell casings are found outside that window where we see the officers bending down?
On the outside, we had 40 caliber shell casings, and we also had 7.62.
Okay. And let me ask you about that. Is that two entirely different calibers?
Yes.
Two entirely
What is the
different
defense
sizes?
thinking right now?
Is 40 caliber characteristics of a handgun?
Characteristics of a handgun, it is.
I don't
And
know.
then is it 7.62? Is that characteristics of something else?
Of assault rifle.
Assault rifle. Okay. And you watched the video obtained from McCann's?
I did.
Is it clear that one suspect is firing at what you would call an assault rifle?
It is.
And is it
Draco.
clear that the other one's firing what you characterize as a handgun?
That's a handgun.
Mr. Harriman,
Yes, ma'am.
it never fails that something goes wrong with our tech. Is that your tech person that just came in?
She is.
Can you see
We'll
if
see how we
she
do
can help
here.
you?
I would prefer that we just
Yes.
see.
So we can all see what's going on, because I was gonna have to get over there, and Mr. Evans was gonna have to get over there, so.
All right, so it looks like we got a little bit of a break here. See if they can get it figured out. I'm gonna skip ahead for you guys too.
I was asking about this area right here. Is that correct?
There we go.
And you said that we found two types of casings in that area?
Two different types. We had 40 caliber casings, and we also had 7.62.
Okay, and 40 caliber is a handgun casing, 7.62 is that assault rifle casing?
It is.
And this is the victim's car, is that right?
It is.
And this is where we walk in and out of the business?
The entrance.
And this is a little side area?
It is.
And later we're going to see the victim lying in this little side area, is that right?
That's correct.
Man,
The front of the store?
In front of the store with the address 2370 of Makita's Cookie Shop. We also have defects in glass bullet holes. in the glass
shout
of
out
the
to
door.
Makita's getting some
And we
free
see this in a
promo.
later picture, but Leo hadn't asked you about it. Do we find casings from inside the store where Dolph's brother was firing back from?
We did. We found 9mm.
Okay, and that's an entirely different type of handgun too, is that correct?
Dang.
So we have 9mm casings inside the store.
Inside.
We have 40 caliber casings.
And that's most likely from Marcus shooting back. And y'all saw he fired. I mean, he emptied the whole clip within a few seconds. That's where all those shell casings came from. You see where he shot, Marcus shot through in the window. We saw the glass just exploding out from this door. This was crazy too.
Outside
In the video.
store. And we have 7.62 casings outside the store. And on a later picture, I'll ask you about one more set of them.
Yes.
Counter area of the store.
Front counter area inside of the business.
For perspective, the cashier's booth or whatever, where they register would be right around here, is that right?
It is.
Mr. Harriman, if you can tell us what exhibit number you're using, please.
Going in order, this is 30. 31. That same outside area, is that right?
Same outside area from a different angle. You see the victim's front end of the victim's vehicle.
Yeah,
Corvette.
exactly.
And you see the glass. Some of the glass is broken out in front. Windows with bullet holes.
Dang, they closed it down?
Glass broken out here.
Yes.
And bullet holes throughout
Crazy.
the glass, is that right?
It is.
This is the next number exhibit, 32. Closer in.
It's a closer picture of, like I said, shattered glass, bullet holes, and you have markings on the ground with broken glass and shell casings of the 40 caliber 7.62 round.
And later on, when we see the victim's body, is it going to be in this area here?
It is, right in that area.
And when we see a flower pot, like with his necklace and things like that, over this area?
For the tip of that building, yes. This view is view that's farther back from the entrance of the business of Makita's. On that ground there, it's closer to the street of Airways. On the ground, we have evidence markers with shell casings there. And we found .226 rounds.
223 maybe.
223. I mean, I'm sorry.
So if we're gonna, I think now we've.
I wonder why there were shell casings way back here, because y'all saw the car was pulled up back there. Marcus started shooting from this area, so I don't know where these shell casings would have came from.
So let's start from inside the store. There are 9mm casings from Dolph's brother. Is that right?
Inside it is.
There are semi-automatic 7.62 casings from one of the shooters.
Correct.
There's 40 caliber casings from another of the shooters.
Correct.
And then there are these 223 casings, and is that a type of semi-automatic weapon?
Yes, it is.
From Dolph's brother as he runs out.
That's right. Yes.
That's exhibit number 1.
That's exhibit number 33. This is 34. What are these things?
That's inside of the business. You have a door, entry door into the bathroom. And at least the hallway that leads to the bathroom has bullet holes and shattered glass on the door.
Dang.
And perspective from inside the store, the register's over here.
Correct, it is.
We're about to see a picture of the victim's body, and it is going to be in the area of this little side area. Is that right?
Correct.
And go out of order to exhibit 36.
Obviously, don't want to show that for YouTube
That's the little side
purposes.
area we referred to earlier. We have a flower pot there with its charm off of his necklace. It says PRE. His necklace is down towards the bottom of the photo.
And then
Your model is 53.
and if we were to come this way down a little bit, would we see the victim's body?
We would.
Close up. Already marked states exhibit 3, the PRE charm or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, but Connie, they didn't care. They just wanted to get the job done.
I'm going to do this one a little different. Families in the courtroom. Officer Dan, if I may publish this to the jury, just myself, you're
Okay.
This is a graphic photo, correct?
Yes.
This is a picture of the victim laying there in that area that you just described.
Yes.
He is still in his clothes,
Yes.
but there's evidence of medical intervention. But that was over. Obviously, by the time of the picture, but when you were there, he was deceased.
Correct.
This is
Exhibit number.
This is exhibit number 35.
So Mr. Spiffy's saying, I told y'all the other day it was another car on the side of the building. That's them casings. Yeah, because those shell casings shouldn't be that far away from where they were shooting at, because nobody was shooting in that area from the video we could see. So who was the other shooter? But I mean, that kind of makes, because if you go back, let's see, we're at 117. If you go back and look here, hold on a second. All right, Marcus did follow them because he got another gun out of the car. He did follow them to right around this area and fired some shots. So it's possible there could be some shell casings from where Marcus fired at them, but I don't know how many shots were fired at that point. Anyway, we'll skip ahead. We'll skip back to where we were. Yeah, but he wasn't out there for long. So maybe it was.
Y'all obtained the videos from out there?
We did.
And were you able to view those that day?
We did.
Let me show you a still shot from the video, ask you if you recognize it.
Yeah, it just seemed like he wasn't that far out, but listen.
This is a still shot from the video of outside the front entrance of Makita's cookie shop, which shows victim's Corvette. It also shows a white Mercedes that's pulled in behind the victim's Corvette. It's two-door. On the Mercedes, you can see it has some damage on the passenger side rear. You have two suspects. One is armed with a assault rifle, with basically assault rifle.
With the 2-2?
He's wearing a mask over his face, no cotton mask.
The Draco?
Wearing a blue hoodie with some sweats, gray sweats, and some shoes in the other. Suspect, he's wearing a black baseball cap, but has Bass Pro on it. Also has his face covered. Has a black hoodie, some gray sweats. Gray sweats has a little, I guess, insignia on it. And also has some dark color shoes with white on it.
All right. Oh, could we have that March 6 number exhibit, Mark?
The witnesses testified that this is a still shot from the video camera outside of Makita's Cookies with two people, one standing still with an assault rifle with hoodie and mask, and another one running with what appears to be a gun in his hand, a smaller gun with two cars, the Corvette and white Mercedes in the back. We'll mark this as exhibit number 37.
No objection.
Thank you.
You could already tell that when I handed it to you, that still shot, you looked at it like an investigator, telling me details that, I guess, mattered to you. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
This is exhibit 37. And y'all had this on day one of the investigation, is that right?
We did.
Yeah, it's just, again, Mr. Spiffy might be right about this, because even if you watch the video, Marcus, he gets the gun and he runs out this way. And if you look from the picture that they showed, the shell casings were way over here. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out some more. That's strange.
Was one shooter with, is that an assault rifle?
It is.
And would that be consistent with the gun that shoots those 7.62 casings?
Correct.
This window, is that the one you saw busted out with the pictures that we just saw?
It is.
With the victim line here?
Yes.
And this be that side area of the store?
It is.
From that first day, y'all would have this image of the suspect with the 7.62, is that right?
It is.
Hoodie, does he appear to be wearing gloves?
He's wearing gloves.
Sweatpants, white shoes, mask.
Yes.
Oh, I know what I need to do.
Second suspect, kind of gun here.
Yes.
Handgun?
Handgun.
Handgun consistent with 40 calibers that you would have seen here?
Yes.
We're still operating with some blur, but gray sweatpants, is that correct?
That's correct.
Black shoes, white soles.
Yes.
It's better in the picture than it is on the overhead. You said something about a white insignia, is that
like
correct?
a little insignia designer on sweats on the side there.
Let's see, if I'll put the cursor on it, covers it up. We'll pass this around in a second. Black hoodie.
Black hoodie.
Mask.
Mask.
Gloves.
Gloves.
Bass Pro hat.
Bass Pro hat.
Suspect vehicle.
Yes.
What kind of car is it?
It's a Mercedes-Benz.
Color.
White.
And you see it better in the photo than on the overhead, but what did you say about this back area?
It has damage to the rear passenger side.
And these details we just went through, were those important to you that first day?
Yes.
And why is that?
So we can, be on the lookout for that type of vehicle with the damage that it has to it.
Okay. Because that made that vehicle distinctive.
Got to stand out.
Okay. Would it be fair to say that there's no still shot or camera angle which can actually capture the suspect's entire faces?
No.
So from the first day, you do not have any type of facial identifications or anything of the two shooters?
No, we do not.
But you have clothing descriptions?
Clothing descriptions.
Gun descriptions?
Gun descriptions.
Okay. And suspect vehicle. I meant to ask this earlier, that it makes sense now. So assault rifle like this can shoot 7.62 casings, is that right? A handgun like that can shoot 40 caliber casings?
It can.
Yes.
If I've got casings that have been fired, and then actually recover the guns, can I compare casings to guns and tell you, that 40 caliber casing came from that 40 caliber gun?
Yes.
And we see that on TV sort of all the time, is that right?
Yes.
Is that something you do, or is that something that's done by other people?
CSI would do, yeah.
Is it first done routinely by a computer system and microscopes and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's entered into the system that way.
Okay. And then later it can be sent to TBI or FBI or whoever to confirm that?
Yes.
Is that right? Okay. In this case, did y'all ever recover handguns? Did you ever recover the murder weapons in this case?
No, we did not recover any.
So you never had any guns recovered that matched these shell casings?
That match those shell casings.
All right, we're going to change locales.
So this officer, it seems like, went to a lot of different locations.
We're going to change locales here to an address, Haven Court, in what used to be the 2-lane apartments.
Yes.
Okay. How was it that y'all became interested in that location?
We were on the lookout for a white expedition.
Okay. At some point in this investigation, without sort of saying what the tip was or anything like that, was y'all's attention called to a white expedition?
It was.
And did that cause y'all to go to what was called the 2-lane apartments?
Yes.
And what did y'all do when y'all got to 2-lane apartments?
We watched video.
Okay, did y'all obtain video from 2-lane apartments?
2-lane apartments.
Okay, and that's the address on Haven Court.
Haven Court, yes.
Okay. I think we do need to play the Haven Court video. We're going to get that video ready to play for you, Detective Abney. At the Haven Court apartments, were y'all interested in a particular woman that lived there?
Yes.
And was that Kiana Hopper?
It was.
And is she related to anybody involved in this case?
Yes. It was discovered that she was related to.
Was it discovered that she was Justin Johnson's cousin?
Yes.
Wow.
All right, got the video ready now. Haven Court Apartments, 1 p.m., 37 minutes after the murder. For the record, this is Exhibit 5 that's held open for all the videos, right?
But still, yes, I'm still not seeing where they're able to, with beyond a reasonable doubt, put Justin at the murder scene. Other than the fact that he had the same clothes on and he was in the car here and it looked like he was shot. There was no blood in there. I mean, interesting.
Who is this person?
We'll let it play out though.
The cousin.
The cousin?
Kiana.
What kind of car is that right there?
And that's the white Ford Expedition.
The first time he didn't get out.
Kiana?
Kiana approaching the Expedition.
Two men outside? Go ahead.
Outside.
Go ahead. Were you interested in those two men?
Yes, I was.
Tell me why you're interested in those two men.
And the clothing that they have on, you see the dark sweatshirt, the gray hoodie, the black hoodie, the gray sweatpants, shoes, matching the description of the suspect.
Has to be DNA in the bins. You can't clean up blood
Y'all
like
obtained
that.
video not just of them arriving, but
they did.
while they were there and then leaving. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Well, and the thing is about that too, Mr. Spiffy, is Cornelius's blood and fingerprints were found, but they didn't find anything from Justin. I don't know. It's kind of strange, but we'll let it play out, see what else they have. But there was no blood from what I understand. The forensics didn't find anything from Justin in the car. No fingerprints, no blood.
Before they leave, that'll be this.
From what I understand.
They
From what we
arrived
heard
37 minutes
yesterday.
after the murder. This is 54 minutes after the murder.
It is.
Expedition's still there, is that correct?
That's correct.
Suspects are still inside?
Still inside.
No, it's
Whose
not.
Dodge Charger has just arrived?
Charger arrived.
Nah, it's not enough, Connie.
Suspects come out and walk to the charger.
It's not enough for beyond a reasonable doubt. How long do I expect this trial to last? They're saying it should be done by Friday. I'd say probably Monday or Tuesday, depending on the weather.
Yeah, you can see.
Charger just sort of repositions, but this man came outside, is that right?
Yes. Came out up to the rear of the
You
back.
interested in this man?
Yes.
Sweatpants?
Sweatpants, black shoes, white soles on. Coming into the car.
Yep, exactly.
Yes. You see how his pants are sagging there a little bit. We have that was something that we looked at also.
In the homicide video, as he runs away, we can see his pants are sagging.
Yes.
Can we in fact see the color of his underwear in the homicide video?
Yes, we can.
Is it also blue?
Yeah, so they're saying blue underwear, gray sweatpants, black hoodie, sagging. I mean, how many dudes y'all know running around? Oh, I just saw a dude that passed by that was fit that same description.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
He gets into it and shuts the door.
That's what Mike said. I'm wearing that right now. That's what I was wearing last night. Gray sweatpants, black hoodie. Like, can we get a tattoo or something?
Like a yellow article of clothing or something now?
Yeah, it looks like a yellow hoodie. He kind of.
Is this apartment building here the one that Keanu Hopper lives in?
Yes, it is.
In a video of the movie. We're now 93 minutes after the murder. Vehicle here's a Chevy.
It's a Chevrolet SUV, small SUV.
Do y'all get interested in that one too?
We did.
Expedition still there? had a yellow article of clothing when he left that Charger?
Yes. It's what one that appears that he got out of the Charger. The suspect gets in, Kiana comes up to the driver's door.
Before the shooting, investigator breaks down surveillance video of Justin Johnson leaving an apartment across town. Concourse with the child wearing the same clothes detail.
The other suspect has walked off camera, is that right?
He walked out of view to the right of video there.
Is that enough though, Amy? I don't know. Might not be.
Chevy's back.
Correct.
Suspect returns to the apartment complex.
He did.
Suspect returns to the white Expedition.
He did.
The Chevy Trax still there.
It's still there.
Kiana.
Kiana. He's leaving and Chevrolet's leaving.
And they're just watching to point out that it looked like the same clothing, same person.
All right, the Expedition back on and the Chevy Trax back on.
Yes.
One suspect in each, is that right?
Yes.
Y'all obtained the video, interested in talking to Kiana?
Yes.
Interested in her cousin? Interested in the white Expedition? Interested in the Chevy Trax? And who this other person may be?
I don't know, Angela. It's dumb. It's so dumb.
We are going to move. There's one thing I said I was going to do that I didn't do before. The still shot from the actual shooting from 37. We talked about how it was blurry up there, and there were things you were testifying about, and I couldn't quite get the pointer in the right place. And one of those was, as you said, there was a little insignia or something on the left thigh area of the sweatpants of the shooter who has the Bass Pro hat on. And, is that right?
Correct.
If I could pass this around to the jury, Your Honor. This is hard to see on the other end.
She won't.
With the timelines that we just watched from the Two Lane Apartments, did investigators make a timeline of still shots from various things in that video?
We did.
Let me
Oh,
pass
here
you
goes the
this.
timeline.
If you could just verify this is in fact that timeline from the Haven Court, what we also call the Two Lane Apartments.
This is set the photo of the timeline. First arriving with a white SUV.
Yeah, I mean, you just flip through it quick. Does it appear to go from the start to the end?
It does.
Okay.
Start to the end. Another one where Keanu was walked out and walked back to the expedition. It also shows the two suspects getting out of the expedition and walking toward the front of the apartment complex. So shows them inside the apartment, going inside the apartment. Also shows the Charger pulling up. Shows one of the suspects walking up to the Charger and getting to the rear passenger side of the vehicle. Shows suspects retrieving plastic, two white bags, then get inside of the rear seat of the Charger. Once he exits the Charger here, he's getting out with the two bags and a yellow hoodie and walk back toward the apartment complex. This one shows two suspects exiting the apartment complex with one with the yellow hoodie, one with the black hoodie, carrying bags, and Keanu is also with them. They walked up to one of the suspects walked and got into the white Expedition, the other got and walked over to the Chevy Trax.
Now we pose that as a collective exhibit. You can paperclip it or something is in order, so you could keep it like that.
This is 8 pages of still photos starting on November 17, 2021 at 12:58. Going to November 17, 2021 at 13:56. We'll mark this as a collective exhibit number 38.
All right, we're interested in Kiana's cousin, we're interested in the White Expedition, we're interested in the Chevy Trax, but is there other stuff going on in the investigation too?
Yes,
Does a tip come in with regard to a white Mercedes?
it did.
And does it call your attention to a particular place?
Yes, it did.
A small street in Orange Mound?
Yes,
Bradley Street, is that correct?
correct.
1174 Bradley Street. What is at that location?
It's an abandoned home, and when we get there, we observed a white Mercedes parked in the rear.
So what I want to know is how soon after everything went down did they get there? Because y'all remember from yesterday, Justin and Cornelius ditched the car, and then they went and told Quet what happened, and then they had to go back. He's like, man, y'all got to clean that car up. So had the police got the car already? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Damage to the passenger side rear side panel.
And to put this in a chronology, would this have occurred on November the 20th, 3 days after the homicide?
Correct.
Oh,
And
okay.
would it be fair to say that 3
There you
days
go.
after the homicide, behind that abandoned house on Bradley, y'all found the murder?
We did.
So it was 3 days later, so they had time to clean it up.
I passed you a series of photographs. A couple of them, as you turn them over, a couple of them have been introduced already into evidence. So just read that number.
Okay.
Otherwise, just put them all face down on the table.
All right. This is the abandoned house on Bradley Street.
What neighborhood is that?
It's
Yeah.
in Orange Mountain neighborhood in Orange Mountain.
Did you become aware that there's a house across the street in which Mr. Hernandez Govan lived?
Correct. Directly across the street.
And that's
Eventually,
quick.
does Mr. Govan also become a suspect in this conspiracy to commit murder?
He did.
You can place it down.
That was exhibit 9. This photo here shows a closer picture of the vehicle in the rear of the yard, parked between brush and trees.
So this vehicle is not parked in the driveway, is it?
No, it isn't. This is a close-up picture of the Mercedes showing the passenger side with the damage, which appears that the vehicle may have been sideswiped or something. It's a two-door white Mercedes.
The damage that you can see in the homicide video?
Yes, that's consistent with it. That's exhibit 10. This photo shows the rear of the Mercedes-Benz, which has an Illinois tag. Do I need to read the tag and everything?
You can place it down.
This is a photo of the driver's side of the white Mercedes-Benz.
Dang.
And this is a photo of taken from outside of the Mercedes-Benz on the passenger side that shows the inside of the rear seats with a Mississippi DeSoto County tag on the rear seat.
It has like another license plate on the inside of it.
Yes.
Maybe even a couple, we'll see.
Yes. This is a photo of the passenger side of the white Mercedes-Benz, which is being processed in crime scene tunnel.
Okay, so y'all take that car from the scene to the crime scene tunnel?
We did. And it also shows damage to the rear passenger side, which is consistent with the suspect vehicle in the video at the keys. And this is a rear shot of the white Mercedes, the trunk area, after being processed. Another photo of the Mississippi tag, close-up picture that was in the rear seat of the white Mercedes-Benz. And these are photos of 2 Illinois tags, license plates that were located inside of the white Mercedes-Benz.
2 more license plates
2
inside
more
the
license
car.
plates, yes, Illinois. Another close-up photo of the Mississippi license plate, DeSoto County. And this is a close-up photo of the white Mercedes-Benz being processed by crime scene. This is the driver's side door of the white Mercedes-Benz after being processed. Has a letter A written on it.
The letters that we're going to see written on it, like A, B, and C, is that something else crime scene people do?
That is. This is the photo of the driver's side rear side panel, which is indicated by the letter B. It's written in yellow after being processed. This is the passenger side door, and after being processed with the letter D written on it.
Yeah, they weren't smart, Charisse, at all.
And this is another close-up picture of the white Mercedes after being processed with the letter E written on it. And this is the a photo of the white Mercedes-Benz on the passenger side after being processed.
I wonder if we'd offer those in evidence of state's next number exhibits.
No objection.
The first picture we have here has already previously been marked as exhibit number 9. Here, one more. Number 10.
Okay, y'all. Much as I hate it, this trial is so interesting. I have to end it there. Got some more work we got to do this afternoon. But man, I want to get back into the rest of this officer's testimony because you know what? I lied. We're going to keep it going. I want to see what he has to say. Because looking forward, it looks like they have some videos of the car and what they found. So we'll give it a few more minutes. So y'all hang in there. We'll give it a few more minutes.
Exhibit number 41. Next picture is the picture of the inside.
I faked y'all out.
Outside of the white Mercedes, a picture of the Mississippi DeSoto County tags in the back seat. Exhibit number 42. The next picture is the white Mercedes and what's been described by the
I just want to see what happened.
Unit of the rear damage to the passenger side of white Mercedes. We'll mark this as exhibit number 3.
I faked y'all out. Sorry.
The next picture, exhibit number 43, maybe. I think I said exhibit number 43. The next picture is the kind of a close-up picture of the trunk area. The witness described it as after processing. It's labeled with the number yellow C, with the letter C. We'll mark it as exhibit number 44.
Let's skip through the judge talking.
We'll mark this picture C, side of the process. The next picture is the next.
So they're just entering all of this into evidence. That's all we're seeing here. Here we go.
Front of the house.
What are we looking at?
We're looking at the front of the house. Also, on the left side there, you can see back in the wooded area, the tree line. That's where they park the. That's where we located the white Mercedes-Benz.
That's where they dropped the car
You
off.
see some homicide detectives walking back here?
Yes, we have investigators walking to the
Car sitting back here somewhere?
Yes,
House on Bradley?
that's all right.
The vacant abandoned house, is that correct?
That's amazing. Yes, it is.
We go across the street, I got Hernandez Govan's house?
Correct.
Is that correct?
Directly across.
I know that y'all are big on video. I've seen y'all pull it from Michaelis, and I've seen you pull it from Tulane. Did y'all canvass this area, this neighborhood, for any possible video?
We had investigators who canvassed the area for video, and none was found.
No video on Bradley Street?
No video located.
39.
Again, you can see a couple of investigators, and you can see the rear of the white Mercedes-Benz parked in the tree, in the bush back there.
40, we're walking up on it.
Closer image of the white Mercedes with the Illinois tag.
They just dropped it off in the woods,
41,
man.
driver's side.
Driver's side.
We're looking inside of it. It has like a license plate inside of it.
Correct. It has a Mississippi DeSoto County license plate on the passenger rear seat.
So they took the license plate off and put it in the car, or did they leave it on? God, come on, man. They could have been smarter than this.
Exhibit 10.
Jeez.
That's the passenger side view of the Mercedes-Benz. You can also see the damage there going down the passenger side of the vehicle, especially on the rear side panel.
So is it fair to say when you see this, you know that you've got your car?
Yes.
Do y'all investigate, like, where did this car come from?
Yes, we would check the VIN, or license plates.
Did y'all in fact find that the car was taken in a carjacking in Memphis a few weeks before this crime?
We did.
Did y'all in fact find that the suspect in that carjacking was Treon Ingram?
Correct.
And I'll say it here, that Justin Johnson was not a suspect in that carjacking.
No.
But car taken in Memphis a few weeks before, suspect Treon Ingram.
Treon Ingram.
Interesting. So they were planning this for a while, or they just ended up using that car. One of the two.
Car makes it to the tunnel.
Correct. That's the tunnel.
I call it tunnel. That's where y'all process cars, is that right?
Correct. It's crime scene investigating.
That is 53, 43. In the tunnel, now we can see that damage real good.
Yes. Damage to the passenger side, rear side panel.
car wouldn't have been traced back to them if they had been smart about when they stole it. It's crazy.
We did a series of photographs. Well, I think you said it was processed, like fingerprint dust, stuff like that you're talking about?
Yes.
And you said there were letters, that's like an A.
Yes.
Here we have back of the car B.
Dump the car in the river or something.
I'm going for the record. 48. 44. C.
Well, that's the crazy thing. Freddie Harris said they were supposed to have burnt it at least. He said dude told him to do that. They just didn't get around to it. Yeah, they left. The crazy thing is they initially just left the car here right after the shooting without doing anything. And then Quet found out. He said, hey, man, y'all got to go back and clean this up. So then they went back and cleaned everything up. Crazy.
51 E. 52 E. Various license plates found in the car.
Yes.
45 Mississippi plate. 46 couple of Illinois plates.
They left all those license plates in the car.
47 close up of that Mississippi plate. Now, processing the car.
Gosh.
That's something the crime scene does. Is that correct?
It is.
And they try to lift what fingerprints they have from the car. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And then they try to compare those prints to any sort of known individuals that may be in the system or whatever it is that they have fingerprints for.
It is.
Is that correct?
That's correct.
And when you were you apprised that they were able to lift some prints from the car?
Correct.
That they were able to identify?
Yes.
All right. In particular, I want to ask you about these, okay?
Okay.
This is from the 2014 Mercedes. Prints lifted from the right rear quarter panel marked D. So we saw a picture of that, the back of the car?
Yes.
Outside?
Outside.
Were found to be the fingerprint impression belonging to Cornelius Smith.
Yes.
Does that become a name you're interested in?
Come to name we're interested.
Because we got his prints on the outside back of this car.
Yes.
Prints lifted from the outside left door marked A. I think that's the driver's side door. We saw a picture of it. Belonged to Kiston Garner.
Kiston Garner.
Does that become a name that you're interested in?
It does.
More
I don't hear
prints from
Justin's
the
name.
trunk lid marked C also belong to Kiston Gardner. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And then we have some prints lifted from one of those tags, the Mississippi tag that we saw 2 pictures of. They also belong to Kiston Gardner.
Yes.
Where's
and
Justin's
then
name in
prints
this?
lifted from the rear quarter panel marked B and the outside left door marked A.
Justin?
And from a brochure, a bank brochure that was found in the car, all belong to Treon Ingram.
Treon, correct.
A name that you're interested in?
Yes.
All right, so at this point we have found the murder car.
Yes.
We have found prints from that car that belonged to Cornelius Smith,
Cornelius Smith.
to Kiston Garner,
Correct.
and to Treon Ingram.
Correct.
Okay. Do we also process or attempt to process the car for any DNA or blood or like fluid evidence?
That's on the crime scene.
Okay, I'm waiting to hear Justin's name. Are y'all hearing
attempts
it?
to do that.
Yes.
And then if they're able to find anything or think they may have found something, would they send that then to TBI or anything like that?
Yes, they can send it off to TBI.
Okay. Are you aware that they found they were unable to find any DNA or blood or fluid or whatever evidence from inside the car?
No, we weren't able to find it.
From anybody?
Hold on now. So I haven't heard Justin's name when it comes to fingerprints. And then they weren't able to recover any blood. So it sounds like they did a decent job cleaning up other than the fingerprints, but they found Cornelius Smith's fingerprints. The one who was holding the Draco and had it going like this. He's like, yeah, that's me. But I didn't hear anything about Justin. No blood from Justin, no fingerprints from Justin. You can't identify him other than the coincidence that he was wearing the same clothes, allegedly. Something's not right here.
Did you become aware in the course of the investigation that the car may have been cleaned?
Yes, during the course of that investigation.
I think the defense will point that out. if they're good at what they do.
We are now interested, if I understand you right, in a couple different people. Kiana's cousin, Cornelius Smith, fingerprints.
Yes.
Kirsten Garner, fingerprints.
Correct.
And Treon Ingram.
Treon.
Let's take Treon Ingram first. Did you want to talk to him?
Yes, we did.
Did they find him?
Located him.
Took him in custody?
Yes.
I don't want you to tell us what he said, but as a result of that conversation, did you go back to Memphis and try to get some more video?
Yes, we did.
Wow.
Tell me about that.
We information that we received of a white Mercedes being in a parking garage in Crosstown area.
Okay. And did you also receive information about a white Mercedes-Benz at the Valero gas station the morning of, night before, however you want to look at it, of the homicide itself?
We did.
Let's go in reverse order of what you wanted to go in. So let's start with the Valero. Okay. Did you go, after speaking with Treon Ingram, did you go to the, or did y'all go to the Valero station, park in Highland, sort of University of Memphis area, in Memphis?
I did.
Were you able to obtain video?
We were able to obtain video.
In that video, did y'all see the white Mercedes?
We did.
Did you see a couple of those people that we talked about fingerprints? Did you see Treon Ingram?
Yes.
Did you see Kirsten Garner?
Yes.
Did you see a car trade?
We did.
A little weird.
Yes.
But you witnessed it on the video?
We did.
And what do we mean by car trade?
We have individuals in one car.
What about
get out of
Jesse?
that car and get to the other car that someone was in. And that person get out of that car and get to the white Mercedes.
So before we watch this video, do we see a Infiniti pull up at the gas station?
We do.
And do we see the white Mercedes pull up at the gas station?
We do.
What's with these
Do we
dudes
see
in
interaction between
Infinities?
the two cars?
Yes.
Do we see Mr. Ingram, Treon Ingram, go inside the gas station?
Inside the business, yes.
Do we see that there's a person left inside the Infiniti
We do.
in the passenger side?
Passenger.
Do we see Kirsten Garner driving the white Mercedes?
We do.
Do we see him pumping gas in the white Mercedes?
We do.
Then do we see the two cars together pull around to the side of the business?
We do.
And an individual, we see Kirsten get out of the car, is that correct?
Correct.
And another individual get inside the white Mercedes.
Inside the white Mercedes.
Valero video. Start outside. All right, Valero gas station, November 17th. November 17th, 2021. We're at 3:16 a.m. in the morning, 9 hours before the murder.
Okay, this is what Spiffy was talking about, I think. This is really interesting, yeah.
And then what is that?
That's the white Mercedes. Pull it up to the pump.
These two cars, the cars are together?
Yes, sir. We pulled in together. One went to one pump, one went to the white Mercedes, went to the other pump.
You got somebody back there buying drugs? Hey, I hear what y'all are saying. I just don't see, again, looking at it from a jury standpoint, I see a lot of reasonable doubt here. Only thing they might have is Justin got out of the car. He got out of the Charger. Unless they're saying, I don't. I gotta see some more for me to think it was him. We'll see. I'm just saying right now, I'm not seeing it.
Craziest things to me about this is how busy a gas station is at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Only in Memphis.
I like Dortmund. Say something.
Getting out and going to pump gas.
Do we learn who this individual is?
Designed to go kitchen gardener.
Yeah, there's no way they knew they were going to use this car because, as they mentioned, dude's fingerprints were all over this thing. So they just said, yeah, just take the Mercedes up there real quick and then dump it when you're done. He said all the clubs just yeah. All the clubs just let out. I don't know what this video is going to show.
Driver's side. Okay.
It's not really showing anything.
White Mercedes. And Infinity.
And then they drive around and pull around to the
No loop around.
side of it.
No switch angles.
Kitchen gardener. Just exiting
Kiss and Garner.
kitchen gardener. Walks around to the passenger side.
We don't care about these dudes. We care about Justin.
All right. And we also got video from inside, is that correct?
That's correct.
We were watching the passenger in that Infinity never got out, is that correct? That we saw at the pump.
Right. Never got out, only the driver. You see him get ready to enter the business.
And
Give me a second, gentlemen.
right there.
Yes.
And do you know who that person is, kind of with a fatter face?
That would be Treon Ingram.
That's Treon Ingram.
Where's
We
Justin?
can stop it there. So what we watched was an Infinity arrive at the gas station
Yes.
with Mr. Ingram driving,
Ingram driving.
and Mr. Ingram exiting and going inside the store.
Yes.
That there was a front seat passenger of the Infinity who we did not get to see on camera at the pump.
Correct.
The white Mercedes arriving,
Correct.
Mr. Gardner pumping gas.
Yes.
Both the cars swing around to the other area.
Yes.
And then from the distance, video of the driver of the Mercedes getting out and a different person getting in.
Different person with different clothing.
Freddie Harris said, y'all have been watching that YSL case too much. All this video is connected to everything. There's no reasonable doubt. Sounds good for a good defense fight. That's it. I don't know. I'm just asking where's Justin at in all this? Because he's the one. It's Tennessee versus Justin Johnson. Only time I see or hear about Justin is when they get out the apartment. But there's other people who got out of the car then too. And then you have Cornelius saying, yeah, Justin was with me, but we don't know that. I don't know. I just haven't seen it yet.
You said you're interested in the Valero station?
Yes.
And then you said you're also, after going down to Mississippi and meeting with Mr. Ingram, interested in Crosstown.
Crosstown, correct.
What is Crosstown?
I don't know.
It's a apartment, kind of everything. It used to be the old Sears building, apartment store.
Big old building.
Big building. Had restaurants.
I mean, yeah, just swap everything that's happened today with my name and your name, Freddie. Like if I say I'm Cornelius, right? And I say, yeah, Freddie was over there with me. He's the one that's got his face covered up and the gloves on and was shooting at Dolph. And he's the one that did it. I shot Dolph too, but Freddie was there. Right? And then we see you pull up at an apartment. It's not clear, or we can't see or tell that you've been shot because I said we were shot. Your blood's not in the car. Your fingerprints aren't on the car. I'm just saying, since you're innocent in all this, Freddie, I mean, you got to think about it from that standpoint and look at the evidence that's being shown.
Storefronts, also apartments.
Is the fact that you got out of a car with different clothes on, by the way, enough? He said that sounds good, but they're watching the video. Well, it's the jury's job to look at the evidence, though. And again, beyond a reasonable doubt. That's the thing.
Did
I don't know.
Kiana have a cousin that lived at the Crosstown Apartments?
Yes, she did.
I guess at the time, one that was living at the Crosstown Apartments.
Yeah.
And what was his name?
His name was Justin Johnson.
Justin Johnson.
Uh-oh. We'll talk about that
Did y'all
tomorrow,
obtain
Amy.
video from the Crosstown Apartments?
Yes, we did.
The video from the day before the homicide, 11/16.
Yes.
The morning of the homicide.
Yes.
And then the evening after the homicide.
Yes.
In those videos, will we see Justin Johnson?
Yes, we will.
Will we see him wearing clothing like the shooter?
We did.
Bass Pro hat,
Bass Pro hat,
hoodie,
hoodie,
sweatpants, emblem, shoes.
Freddie says, right, the different clothes that he's describing, and then they look at the video. Yeah, of course he can describe it because he was there. His cousin could describe it too because she was there. I mean, we could describe it because we saw the video. But there's a lot of people who were there.
Him arriving at Crosstown in the white Mercedes with the body damage.
With the damage.
Will we see him leaving less than an hour before the homicide in that outfit, in the white Mercedes with the body damage?
We do.
Now, y'all had also been interested in a white Expedition.
Yes, sir.
Will we see him arriving in a white Expedition?
We do.
And then after the murder, will we see him arriving in different clothes?
Yes.
And then packing his bags and leaving?
I think, yes.
It's a series of videos.
Yes,
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 6 or 7 or 8 videos. It's also a series of still shots. If anybody needs a break, maybe now would be the time.
This will be a good time. Yeah. Let's take a brief break, ladies. We don't discuss what you've heard in the testimony. Let's just go kind of refresh ourselves. Let's take a 15-minute break.
What's into recess?
All right, so they're taking a recess, and we're going to take a recess until tomorrow. Very interesting. I want to see how this plays out. Super interesting case. As I mentioned, we're going to be back here tomorrow morning for more YSL coverage, unless, of course, Judge Whitaker starts late again, where in that case, we'll start with Young Dolph. Either way, we got 2 more live streams for y'all tomorrow. If you're interested in hearing some amazing music from the independent artists in the community, make sure you tune into the show tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Classy Beats YouTube channel for Song of the Night Live. I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all have a great rest of your afternoon. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like the video on your way out. And of course, as always, keep growing, keep pushing, keep it classy. We gone. Peace. Thank y'all. Shout out to everybody who's in here.